Hello, everybody, and welcome to Little's Lab. My name is Kim. I'm a community learning specialist with DoSpace, and today we are going to be finishing up our topic of learning about coding and what that is and what that means. And we've been talking about that for the last couple of weeks. So if you've been joining us for our month of December, then you will know that coding is how our computers work, right? It's how our computers or our phones or our tablets and so many other things that we rely on work. And it's all based off like a kind of language, just kind of like I'm speaking English to you right now. Computers, they also know a special kind of language. And there are people called programmers that they are fluent in that language. They are learning, and that's how they are able to create. And basically, it's just them writing instructions. Have you ever had to follow an instruction before? Has anybody ever asked you to do something, but maybe in a very specific order? So maybe because it's really cold outside, maybe you've had somebody say, can you go open the closet door, pull out your coat, put your arms through your coat, zip your coat up, grab your hat off the hook or out of the basket, put your hat on. Maybe they've told you to put your right mitten on and then your left mitten on and then put your scarf on. And maybe they did that in a very specific order. Maybe not so. Maybe somebody just said, hey, can you go put your coat and your hat and your mittens on? But basically that's you following directions, and that's you following, it's kind of like following code. So, or if you've ever helped cook a recipe, like make cookies, like right now it's the holiday season and Christmas cookies and candies are something maybe you might be making. And so if you were to follow a recipe for your holiday cookies or treats, you are following kind of like a code, because you have to have, everything has to be done in a specific order, right? You can't, add the maybe cocoa powder and then the eggs and then put it in the pan and then bake it for an hour and then add the flour, right? No, you would end up with something really probably icky and not very good tasting. You have to follow specific directions. Otherwise, you might not something might not come out that is very tasty like you want it to be. So yes, that is kind of what we're talking about today. So today we are going to be reading a story called DALL-E 1.0 about a little girl who gets a doll, but she does some really cool things with it. So we're going to be reading that, and then we are going to be playing. I have an app that I'm going to be showing you, and it is a Beebot app. And so we have a little toy called a Beebot, but there's also a free app that you can download, and it helps with kind of learning the very, very basics of coding. It's kind of like following directions. You have to follow the directions to get the bee from one spot to another. So that is what I'm going to be showcasing today. So let's get started. So before we get started, I want to show, let's check out our calendar. Our calendar is so good to help us with our days of the week and our numbers and things like that. So let's take a look at our calendar, and I have a special code for you. Do you think you can follow my code? So whenever I count to 3, I want you to touch your nose like it's a button. So it's going to be, so I want you to bring your finger up, put your index finger out, bring your finger to your nose and push it on the count of 3. And that's going to be your code. Hand up, finger to nose, pressing your finger to your nose like a button. Can you do that? Okay, let's take a look. So this is, oh, you should see that. This is our months and this is our year. And so our month starts with this letter right here. And it's our letter that makes the da 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 sound. What letter makes the da 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 sound? Do you know what letter makes the da 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 sound? Is it our month of December? That's right. It's our month of December. So today our month is December, and then our year is made up of these numbers. Is a 2 and then a 0 and a 2 and a 0, and all those put together is 2020. And so that is our year. Okay, so you should be able to see, can you see this big green button down here? So on the count of 3, I need you. I'm gonna press this button, but I need you to follow the code. Do you remember what the code was? Okay, let's practice. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. We're bring our hand up, put our finger out, put our finger to our nose and push it. Nice, you just changed our screen. Good job. This looks more like a calendar, doesn't it? It does. So you can see our month at the very top, our December, and then you can see our 2020. And then underneath are our 7 days of the week. And it is so important to know our 7 days of the week because we repeat these every week, every month, every year, all year long. So let's learn and say our days of the week all together. I'm going to say them with you and you say them with the people that you're with. So let's start with Sunday. So there's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then do you know what today's day of the week is? Do you know what today's day of the week? It starts with our letter T. It comes after Monday and before Wednesday. It is Tuesday. That is right. So today is Tuesday. That's our day of the week. These are all of our Tuesdays in our month of December. And then this is our date today. Do you know what this number is? It's kind of a big number. The 1 in front of a 5. Maybe I should do it like this. There we go. And when a 1 is in front of a 5, it is 15. That's right. Today is the 15th day of December in 2020. Okay, I'm going to count to 3 one more time. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Okay. So I'm going to put our Tuesday where it needs to go in our days of the week. And I'm going to put our 15, where our 15th day of December where it goes. And then I need you to follow our code one more time. 1, 2, 3. Boop. Great job. Okay. So let's talk about what's going on this month. This month is kind of a holiday month. There's a lot of holidays going on in our month of December. And really whatever you celebrate, it's almost like everything. A lot of religions and just a lot of holidays are celebrated and represented in our month of December. So let's talk about some of those. So our first one is Thursday, December 10th, and that was the very first day of Hanukkah. So Hanukkah is a Jewish holiday where a candle's lit for 8 days. And right now it is let's see, that's the first day. 1, 2, 3, 4. So today, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Today should be the 6th day of Hanukkah, I believe. So 6 candles. People should be lighting their 6th candle today on the 15th. And so, yeah, a candle's lit every day for 8 days. And then little gifties are also given out every day. So that started on Thursday, December 10th. We have this isn't so much a holiday, but more just like a kind of a fun day that has to do with our seasons. So it is on Monday, December 21st, is the first day of winter. So right now, even though if you're in the state of Nebraska where I am at, you will know that today is very, very cold outside. I think it's like 20 degrees maybe. Let's see, it is 19 degrees outside right now. It is so cold. So it feels like winter, but technically it is not quite winter yet. Right now, we are still in the season of fall, and we will not officially be in the winter season until Monday, December 21st. So that's going to be our very first day of winter, but that's also the day of the winter solstice. And what that means, it's our shortest day of the year. So you may have noticed that our sun is rising later in the morning, and then it's also setting earlier in the afternoon. So the amount of sunlight that we have going on every day is getting shorter and shorter. And on the 21st, it's going to be our shortest day of the year. So that means our sun is going to rise the latest in the morning, and it's going to set the earliest in the afternoon. So we're going to have not as much sunlight as we do other days of the year. But then after that, our days will start getting longer. So that's exciting. So only less than a week of really short days, and then our days will start getting longer again. And then on Friday, December 25th is Christmas, and we can see a little Christmas tree on our day. And yeah, so you might get some presents from Santa Claus. Maybe you've put up your Christmas tree, and maybe gotten all your gifts for your friends and family. And then on Saturday, December 26th, is there's two kind of fun days. It's Boxing Day, and then Kwanzaa begins. So Boxing Day is a holiday that is celebrated. It started over in the country of England. It's also celebrated in Australia and Canada. And I looked it up. It has a pretty complex, but I did a little bit more digging. And basically it's called Boxing Day, I think, because way hundreds of years ago, people would, the day after, maybe there were people that maybe wouldn't have a home, and so they didn't have the warmest or nicest Christmas, and they would set out boxes, and people would give out alms or like coins or money to people that were a little less fortunate, and so maybe didn't have as much money, and so that's why it's called Boxing Day, I think, if I remember correctly. And then Kwanzaa also begins. So Kwanzaa is a holiday celebrated by people in the African American community, and it goes from December 26th to January 1st, I believe. I need to double check that. I'm pretty sure it's January 1st, so New Year's Day. And kind of like Hanukkah, a candle is lit every day and presents are given out. So yeah, so that is, it celebrates African American community and African culture. So yeah, so that is the beginning of Kwanzaa. And then birthdays. Do you have a birthday? I know I have a birthday, and I know you have a birthday, but do you have a birthday that is in December? If you do, let me know in the chat if you're joining me in Zoom, or maybe just share with the people that you're with. I'm going to put a piece of cake on, let's see, you know what, I'm going to put some stars on. I'm going to put some stars on the winter solstice day because it's going to be a really short day. That means our stars will come out earlier because the sun will be setting earlier. So we're going to get a lot of stars. We'll be able to see a lot of stars on Monday, the 21st. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we are going to get going on our story. So our story that we're reading today is called Doll-E. And just like I was telling you earlier about how people that know how to make computer language, that know how to write it, they're called computer programmers. So that's how, like, the software that I'm coming to you right now through Zoom, somebody had to write all the instructions or directions for this to work on computers. And so those people are called computer programmers. And our little friend right here, her name is Charlotte. She's kind of like a computer programmer. She knows how to write code, and she is going to do that so her Doll-E is a little bit more interactive. So let's see how she does that with her Doll-E. So this is Doll-E 1.0. Oh, wait, I see something in the chat. Oh, I have a friend that says they can't hear. Let's see. I'm seeing that my volume is working. Let me know. And I can hear it through my iPad. So Stephanie, it might be you. Check your volume, see if you're on mute. Otherwise, maybe get in and out. But we're going to get going on our story. Okay, our story is called Doll-E 1.0. Okay. So let's see if I can get it. There we go. Charlotte's head was always in the cloud, tinkering and toggling, coding and downloading. So she is doing something. She's maybe writing some code on her computer, and she is just working away. She was Mama's little genius, and her mama, I gotta get the right, there we go. Her mom says, I think I broke it. And Charlotte says, easy fix, Mom. Just press this, this, and this. She's doing some stuff on her iPad, and she was Daddy's little smarty pants. And her dad is saying, how do you work this goofy thing? And Charlotte says, easy, Dad. Just press that, and that. Sometimes I feel like kids these days just know so much more than us, right? Grown-ups. And so Charlotte's world was fully charged. It looks like Charlotte and her dog have some VR, some virtual reality goggles on. And the TV says, are your kids too techie? Do you have really techie kids? Okay. So one day her mama had a present for Charlotte. And Charlotte said, oh, is it a dog bark decoder device? So I know what Bluetooth is saying? And her mom says, nope, even better. Who do you think Bluetooth is? Do you think Bluetooth is her dog? Yeah. So she thinks it's something that maybe, well, like after her dog Bluetooth barks, she'll be able to understand what he's saying. But it doesn't seem like it's that. Let's see what it is. Oh, surprise! What is it? What did she get? And Charlotte says, how do you use it? Are there instructions? And Mom says, I was thinking you could play house or doctor with it. And Charlotte says, no, thank you. Mom says, give it a try. I'm sure you'll figure out something. Because do dolls usually have instructions? Not usually. Sometimes you have to use your imagination, right? When you have dolls like this, you have to use your imagination because a lot of times they don't have any instructions. Just play with them. So Charlotte dragged the human-shaped pillow to her room. And she tried sharing her spare parts collection. And Charlotte says, do you want to build something? And her dolly's just sitting there. And then she tried playing Super Space Princesses. And Charlotte says, help, the moon dragon is destroying our ship. But it's kind of hard for dolls to play video games by themselves, right? Unless you're doing it for them, right? So she can't really play video games. And Charlotte even tried to have a dance party. But the doll just stared. Ooh. And Charlotte's like, what do you want to play then? Do you think she'll answer? Let's see what happens. And her doll says, Mama. Charlotte says, who, me? I'm not your mama. And the dolly says, Mama. How can I be your mama? I'm just a kid. Then Charlotte thought of something. If the doll could talk, then it must have, what could the doll have if it's talking? It must have a power supply. What are those? They're batteries. It's battery powered, her dolly is. So now things were getting interesting. Got any other words in your database, Dolly? Let's see if Dolly can say anything else. Dolly says, Mama, Mama, Mama. Charlotte says, just one word, huh? I know, I could run an update on you. You could say more words. Would you like that? Her doll says, Mama. Charlotte says, I'll take that as a yes. So this update is going to be awesome, Dolly. You're going to say hello and goodbye and let's play and happy birthday and yes. And she is just going to say so many things. Charlotte's going to code some stuff, give her new direction. But no, what did Bluetooth do? He grabbed Dolly. Oh my goodness, what's going to happen? Bad boy Bluetooth. What did Bluetooth do? Oh, he tore up Dolly. Have you ever had a pet tear up your toy before? It happens sometimes. So Charlotte could not let it end this way. So she knew what she had to do. So she picked up the pieces for her. She picked up the pieces. She put her safety glasses on. She put her safety gloves on. She got her spare parts bin. She slammed it on her table. What do you think she's going to do? Let's find out. Oh my goodness. Charlotte is working away. I bet she is writing some new instructions code for her dolly. She's got her hooked up to her computer, and she drew out kind of a blueprint of how she wants her doll to look. She got all of her spare parts, and she put out a sign, no dogs allowed. We don't want Bluetooth getting at her dolly again. So with a few spare parts and a bit of code, Charlotte changed the doll. So now her doll says, hello, my name is Doll E 1.0. So she was able to get her dolly to say even more things. So with 2 bright eyes and a cute little battery pack, the doll changed Charlotte too. So Charlotte says, Dolly, want to take Bluetooth for a walk with Mama? She's pretending to be her dolly's mama, right? But Charlotte didn't change too much, because what did she do? Look at her dolly's arms. So it's still saying Mama, but now she gave her doll really extensive arms and to hold a treat for Bluetooth so they can go on a walk. Look at that. The end. Yeah, so there are so many cool things you could do with coding, and there are so many ways, even though you might be little right now, there are so many ways to learn the very, very basics and just kind of learn, like, what does that mean and how do you kind of get into it? So one way you can do that is by playing on some really fun games or apps. So I have one to show you. I'm going to share with you the screen of my iPad. I am going to, there we go. Okay, so we are going to play this app. Let's see if I can, there we go. And we are going to do the garden one. So we need to help Bebop on his mission to pollinate the flowers in the garden. Let's see how we do it. We're going to go to level 1. So we need to help Bebop reach the flower. So let's try it. So we have all of these are the different directions. So in the bottom, we can move forward, we can move backwards, we can turn to the left, or we can turn to the right. So let's see, our flower is right in front of our Bebop toy. So you can see our Bebop is the little yellow and black little guy. And it kind of looks like a bee, doesn't it? And so our Bebop needs to get to that flower. So we want Bebop to move forward. And then you can see how it went to 1. Do you see that 1 in the bottom left-hand corner? We've given Bebop 1 instruction. So I'm going to press the go button that's right in the middle of all of our directions and see what happens. We did it. We got our Bebop to our flower. Let's see what else we can do. We need to help Bebop again reach the flower. Let's see what we need to do. Okay, so it looks like we have a few more spaces in between our Bebop and our flower. So let's count how many spaces we have. So let's see how many times we need to move forward to get to our flower. There's 1 spot, 2 spots, 3. We need to move forward 3 times. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. So you can see how it says a number 3 in the bottom left-hand corner. And so now we should move forward 3 times. Let's see if that happens. I'm going to press the go button. 1, 2, 3. Yes, we did it. Okay. Ooh, this one's a little bit trickier because not only do we need to kind of go take a turn, don't we? So first, let's see how many times we need to move forward. Okay, so we actually need to move forward. Let's see, 1, 2 times. And that means we're moving up, right? So 1, 2. So now, do we need to turn to the left or to the right? Where is our flower at? This is also a good way to learn our lefts and right. We need to turn to the left. But turning to the left doesn't turn and then go a block. It just moves us. It just turns our direction. So I will show you. So we're going to turn to the left once, and then we need to move 1, 2 more times. So let's see if this makes sense, me showing you what we're doing. We're going to go 1, forward 2, return to the left, 1, 2. So basically, the forward button is wherever the eyes are. So for example, if I turned to the right and then move forward, actually, I'm going to clear that code. So if I'm turning to the right, that's the direction we're going. I'm going to clear that. And then, and then if I'm turning to the left, that's you can see which, so let's start again. So you can either, so let's see, we need to move forward. And so moving forward is wherever its little eyes are facing. So we need to move forward because which way is our eyes facing? Or they're facing kind of up, right? So we need to move forward 1, 2 times. So 1, 2, and then we need to turn to the left. So we're going to turn to the left, and then our eyes are going to be facing, basically facing the same direction where that bench is. So then if we want to get to the next block, how many over do we need to move? We need to move 1. So we're going to move 1. And let's see where that gets us. Move to the left and then move forward 1. But did that get us all the way to our flower? It did not. So what happens if we turn to the right and then move? Oh, we didn't clear. We gave it's doing the same directions. So we already gave it a whole bunch of directions, right? So we need to clear it. Let's clear our code. And now we need to turn to the right. So we need it to face the flower, right? Because right now we're facing the bench. And we need our Bee-Bot to face our flower. And then how many blocks to the flower do we need to get? There is 1, 2. So let's try that. 1, 2. So it turns to the right, 1, 2. So you can actually give your directions in pieces. You can either, let's try this. Let's do this last one and we'll just do it in a few pieces. So we're going to move forward 1, 2 times. We'll move up 2 times towards the top of our screen. So I'm going to push go. Okay. Now, if I press that X button, I'm going to clear our code or clear our instructions. Now, do we need to turn to the right or to the left? If we turn to the right, it's going to go that way. Is that the right way? I don't think so. So I'm going to clear that. And I'm going to clear that again. So now we need to turn to the left. Okay. So now I'm going to clear our direction. So now how many blocks do we need to go to? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. So now because our little eyes are facing, basically he's going to be moving forward, right? Even though it looks like he's like facing to the left, we need him to go straight. So I guess straight is probably a better. So we want to go 1, 2, 3 because we want him to go straight 3 blocks. So let's go that one. 1, 2, 3. Nice. So I'm going to clear our code or instructions one more time. And now we need to turn to the left again. And then there we go. I'm going to clear our code. And then how many blocks do we need to move straight to get to that flower? 1, 2. There we go. So it kind of could get tricky a little bit, especially with directions, but it's a good way to kind of practice and learn. And it's doing stuff like this that helps if you want to someday learn how to make really fun games like this for computers and for tablets. Well, friends, I'm going to, it's called a Bee-Bot app. and it is a free app. And it is a really great way if you want to kind of do a fun educational game for your kids that are a little bit younger. And it's good for problem solving and critical thinking. So that's always nice. So friends, thank you so much for joining me for Little's Lab today. We are going to be, again, changing up for next month. We're going to be off next week, the week of Christmas. And then the week of Christmas. And then we will be doing another Little's Lab on the 29th, but starting in January 5th, we are going to be changing it from a webinar to a meeting. So that means you can add your camera and I'll be able to see you as well as you see me. And so it should be a little bit more fun and interactive that way. And then if you were around if you picked up, I feel like maybe if some of you picked up our take and makes for the next couple weeks. If you did, don't forget to join us for our take and makes. Pickup already happened, but I think we have a few more. So if you are interested, email us at programs@dospace.org or hello@dospace.org, either one, and it'll get to the right people. So I think we still have a few more kits that you might be able to pick up if they didn't get picked up in the next few days. So if you want to join us for that, let us know. Okay, I hope you have a good rest of your week and we will see you. I won't see you for the next couple holidays. So happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Boxing Day, all those fun holidays, and we will see you in a couple weeks. Have a good couple weeks. Bye-bye.